going on, everybody? I think that from here on out, I'm going to start adding Esquire to the end of my name.
Oh.
Like Antwain the Keith Brett Esquire. It just sounds cool. I think it sounds like prestigious. And I'm at the point in my life where I deserve more prestige.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
What brought you to this idea of wanting to add that? Was there something specific that happened, or?
I don't know. I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night. I don't deserve it.
I mean, maybe you do, since you're the reigning champion of Dancing with the Hampton Road Celebrity Stars.
Evidently, there's a little target on my back,
dude.
I dig it. I like that energy.
They're after you.
Yeah, I like that. So I mean, so if you're not in the Hampton Roads area, we have a local dance competition, Dancing with the Stars, and they bring in a local celebrity, and then they bring in a dance instructor, and they have what is it, 10 weeks to get ready for it?
Yeah, you get 10 sessions all together, and then a lot of people will use more.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got 10 sessions and try to come up with choreography and a routine and perform it on the Sandler Center. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's the 20 contestants. So there's 20 potential acts.
Yeah.
That go on. And 2 years ago, I won it. And I won it like it was a landslide. Let's just be real. I'm not going to be modest, Esquire. I'm not going to be modest. I won in a landslide and sold the most tickets to the event by far.
Yeah.
And, a lot of money raised for good causes, blah, 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 blah. The big important thing is that crushed the competition.
Yep.
So, no, I'm just joking. But I did win, and it was a lot of fun, and it's something that got me out of my comfort zone.
JJ was all upset about you winning.
Yeah, he was mad. We were taking back. So if you don't know, JJ is he's at Z104.
I think so, yeah.
He's a radio personality here locally, and he just came in. I'm gonna win, and evidently he got robbed the year before, because he had done it 2 years before or 1 year before prior.
That's a good question. I think just one.
Yeah. So he was like, I'm gonna win. He had a very nice costume. He had a great dance, and he thought he was a shoo-in.
Yeah.
We had made a bet. We made a bet. So I would be, if he won, I would have to be his personal security at a promo event that he had going on. And if I won, then they had to give me a free promo at the radio station for like a week or whatever. I was like, sold American, let's do it. And wipe the floor with them.
Yep.
Right. I called him or texted him the next day. Crickets. Heard nothing from him. You still owe me. I need my PR shit.
Heck yeah, dude! It was so funny. Like, you came up with a tagline or a one-liner. You're like, JJ's gonna pay. And like,
JJ's gonna pay. I remember.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot, dude.
It was funny though, man. I suppose when you're a fighter, man, you got to talk it up. You got to talk it up. So
I think that's part of the reason why people kind of expecting me not to win, but at least do well.
Yeah.
Because as a fighter, they think, oh, well, he can do this. He can do just about anything, you know, like anything like physical.
Yeah.
And while I did feel that way, I practiced a lot. And so I also tell you, I practiced a lot every week from February to August.
Yeah.
I practice. So
yeah,
I'm one of those people. I got to go. I'm like balls deep. I got to just got to go do it.
Yeah.
Be as good as possible at whatever that thing is. So.
Yep. Well, to be fair, like dancing, like most people are like, it's just dancing. I was like, dancing's a sport, man. It takes like, it takes training, takes practice, takes repetition, and you put the time in. You approached it like a professional athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was it paid off.
Yes, it did. Yeah, I was actually surprised on how exhausting, because the number only lasted 90 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah, and I was exhausted. I was like, had to take a breath and have water in between each time we ran through it. But I was actually in awe of how exhausting it was. It was like,
So when you performed, walking out onto the stage, what was like the mindset like? Were you, because practicing and performing in the studio is one thing, but at the Sandler Center, like in front of 400 people or whatever it was, and like what was the mental game that how you approached it?
So I was really, and I've always, even in my fight career, and a lot of fighters tell you, I was nervous the entire day leading up, going through all the rehearsals, getting ready, getting dressed, had a little sauce to kind of kill the nerves. But I was nervous all the way up until I walked on stage.
Oh.
And then it just all went away.
Okay.
I didn't see anybody in the audience. Mm-hmm. All I saw was Wendy, and I saw the X marker on stage where we were supposed to set up.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Okay.
I didn't see any judges. It's like tunnel vision, So, and I think in fight, I was the same way in MMA. Like, I would get ready. I would be nervous leading up to the fight. The weigh-ins is just be not super nervous, but just like this little underlying nerve thing going on. And then they would walk us out to the stage or out to the ring. They would announce your name. They would close the cage door, and everything went away. And then it turns to game plan. Like, I didn't start putting my game plan together until the bell was about to ring for round one.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, this is what we can do. I'm going to come out. He does this, I do this. I'm going to do this. I expect this to happen. If I do that now, what 3 things come next? That's how, but leading up to that, I was nervous as shit.
Is that something that you gained through experience? Like, so, or was it always when you stepped into the ring, the door shut or the cage shut, and you were like, or when you crawled into the boxing ring, was it always like that, or was that something that was developed over time?
It was always like that.
Okay.
I was so nervous when I first got into it because I felt like I wasn't I was always nervous, but I was less nervous if I felt like I was well prepared. Mm-hmm. If I was questioning my fight camp or feel like I didn't put all into it, I was more nervous.
Okay.
But it never went away. I had, almost 40 MMA fights. Never went away. Okay. Up until my last fight, I was nervous.
Yeah.
Now you just become better at managing those nerves as you get on and you get more seasoned, but I was always nervous.
Yeah. So there wasn't any one time where you're like, I got this chump, man. I'm going to just walk right through it.
Never. No, even people I was supposed to do that to.
Okay.
And even people, like, perfect example, Antonio Mendez. Mm-hmm. Antonio Mendez fought for the UFC, got cut, and his agent was friends with my agent. And through conversation, basically the person who won our fight was going to get, if he won, he was going to get called back up to the UFC. He's like, we need to see you get some wins on the independent circuit before we bring you back up. And I was on the UFC's radar at the time. I was undefeated, mostly knockouts, all first round knockouts. So I was on their radar at the time, and I knocked him out in 8 seconds.
Oh.
And then he was like, he was way more experienced, been fighting longer, had more, like, his resume was a lot lengthier. Mm-hmm. Knocked him out in 8 seconds. Dang. So it was kind of just, you just never know.
Yeah. So comparing, obviously fighting and dancing is totally different. But so like when you were performing the routine, if you remember, was there any moment where you're like, oh man, I might forget the choreography? Was there like something that you focused on more where you're like, okay, I'm just going to pay attention to Wendy, or I need to pay attention to my overall performance to the audience, or were you getting stuck or overwhelmed by the choreography? Anything?
For me, there wasn't really a time where I thought I was going to forget choreography. There was a time where I was nervous about what came next. So my dance, if you remember, it was a very Michael Jackson. It was a Michael Jackson theme. And then we did that for the majority of the dance. And then the last like 20 seconds was a hustle. Mm-hmm. And I had all the Michael Jackson stuff down to like a T. But when it was time for me to switch to the hustle, mm-hmm. now I had to, I got to remember what this is like. Yeah. And so I did it and it was fine, but I was nervous about that switch. Like anytime when your mind is trending one way, and then you got to switch to something else is always kind of nerve wracking for me.
So we would say that you definitely felt more nervous about the partnering aspect rather than like the side-by-side choreography?
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Yeah. I just thought I would throw her off because let's be real. She carried the entire routine. And while I'm bigger and I take up a lot more space and a lot easier to see, and I had a white suit on. Yeah. she was the one that kind of like as I was pacing it, I was using her to pace it.
Okay.
All right. Everything that I was doing as far as my choreography was based off of seeing what her choreography was.
Yeah.
If she wasn't up on stage with me and I had to run through the same routine, it would not have looked the same.
Yep.
My movements wouldn't have looked the same just because I was using her so much as almost like a cheat sheet.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's great. Because a lot of times people will get tunnel vision. And so they'll get so focused on the choreography and trying to remember what the routine is that they forget to look at their partner. And I think that's one of the benefits of competing in a pro-am. So you're dancing with a professional who's more experienced with it. So you can kind of rely on us to help meter or keep that timing going. And, but a lot of times that doesn't happen. A lot of times once it gets side by side for a lot of people who get involved in ballroom dancing, they feel more comfortable when there's somebody in front of them versus they're on their own.
Right.
But you were kind of the opposite in that you felt more confident doing your Michael Jackson stuff and the side-by-side kind of like characterization versus the partnering stuff. Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah. It had been like Michael Jackson. I'm a lifelong. I used to dance in my living room to like the Thriller video when I was 8 years old, you know, and like I'm a lifelong Michael Jackson fan. So a lot of those movements were just so organic for me, like the kick and the moonwalk and some of that stuff. It's like I can do that in my sleep. Yeah. You know, so but you gotta give credit where credit is due. Like Wendy is, and I don't know, like I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I know the intricacies of what it takes to be like a great dancer and the difference between a good dancer, okay dancer, and a phenomenal dancer. But Wendy is phenomenal. She is like, she's dynamic, and she just made it so easy for me because she was so good. Yeah. I was like, man, and it's like she's small, but she's powerful on stage. Like and just small like movement changes that didn't mess up the routine at all, but she just kind of like, this might be a little bit better. And it was like that, and it was a little switch. Like if you notice the end of our routine when it was like, who's bad thing, her movement, she had like 3 or 4 different things that she did between our rehearsals and what ended up being the final product. Yeah. She would play with like little stuff, and everyone was like better than the last one, you know? So like just that dancer's mind to be able to like change on a dime like that, but not like disrupt the main routine. It's very cool. It's cool to see. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad you felt that way.
Yeah, she's the shit.
Yeah. You know, we always want to make sure that like every experience that somebody has when it comes to performing, competing, or even the studio, that it's a positive experience, that it's a building in character and self-confidence, and just, you know, that's what dancing is. And I think any sport is that. It helps develop skill sets and confidence in yourself. So whether it's fighting or dancing or whatever, it's all good.
Sure. Yeah. I think a telltale sign is how engaged I was. Because when you're like a natural athlete and you're naturally good at doing these things, anything that you feel like is not at that level or not challenge you at that level, you're going to immediately lose interest. Yeah. I was like, this shit is crazy. I was sparked by it. I was driven by it. So just that is a sign on how difficult it was. And and on the other side, on the same side of the coin, how fulfilling it is because it is so challenging. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. Got to keep pushing ourselves. Got to keep growing. Got to keep developing. Like, you know, we had some students come in the other day, and they're from the Ivory Coast. And they're only here for a couple weeks, and they're very regal. They're very just
Esquire,
very Esquire-ish. And so where we have another student that's from Ghana, and the Ivory Coast was a French colony versus an English colony. So all their like names have a French flavor to them, and their accents, they speak in French. But so what's interesting is like the amount of excitement he had when he learned how to do the salsa basic. He was like, oh, I can dance with my wife now. I wish I could imitate his accent. But he was so happy and through the roof. And he's like, and his wife is smiling at him, and she's like, this is great. And like, so Yeah, it's cool to witness in the studio how people walk in like completely freaked out, and just like maybe it's like walking to the ring when you're walking up those stairs to the studio. Like people are like, "Oh my God, this is what the hell am I doing?" And like all of a sudden they walk in, the door closes, like, "Oh, I'm in here. Now what?" And then it turns around being like a great experience. So that's always so rewarding for us as being like studio owners and teachers. So, but
cool, man.
Yeah, but moving into. So, if I can start with one thing,
sure.
We've never talked about audiobooks. I started listening to an audiobook.
There's a reason for that.
So a buddy of mine turned me onto a book called, I got to pull it up. I just forgot it. It is called, I cannot believe I just blanked on the name. Anyway, it's similar to Ready Player One. It's called Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Yep, Dungeon Crawler Carl. Dungeon Crawler Carl. Okay. It is awesome. It is like a rated, like my buddy Chris, he said, it's like a rated R version of Ready Player One.
Really?
Yeah, so it mixes in. So if you want to nerd out about or geek out about stuff, it is a combination of Dungeons and Dragons, Call of Duty, just any like multi player, like whatchamacallit, when they're the map is shrinking. What's that gameplay
like
called?
Open world.
Open world, but it's like the levels. So it's all about levels, and the levels collapse on themselves. So you got to get to the next level. So it's like Royal Rumble kind of thing. It's freaking great. Really? And I gotta say, the guy that is narrating the book, if I can look up his name here, I gotta look it up later. I'm not prepared for that. Is freaking great, man.
Really?
Like, yeah. So it's cool. Right. So if you haven't, like, if you're into audiobooks, and I'm listening to it on Spotify, it's called Dungeon Crawler Carl. The author is Matt Dinneman, and it is great. And it's just it's a recent release, so it's very modern. So it's like talking about so it has different current events that had happened just like in the last like decade. So
okay,
it's cool. It's worth a listen.
All right,
I'll recommend it.
All right, that's what we don't do many recommendations, man.
Yeah,
but getting into some. I mean, there's a bunch of shit going on.
Oh yeah.
So first, top of the news. So we're gonna get to the top of stuff first. If you haven't heard, Jake Paul.
Oh yeah.
Versus Gervonta Davis. Tank. November 15th. Netflix. Dude, Netflix is crushing. Just a little side note, Netflix is crushing it.
Yep.
The people who are kind of, keeping up with boxing, we understand that Tank is towards the end of his career, right? With that being said, I feel like he's kind of following the same kind of trajectory that Floyd did. Have that big money fight, even though Pacquiao was a legitimate boxer. It wasn't just a money grab with some, he wasn't fighting Tom Hanks or some shit like that. It was like two legitimate fighters. I think this is less of that, but I mean, not to take anything away from Jake Paul, because Jake Paul has proven at least that he is competent in the ring, right? What do you think? So Jake Paul, 200 pounds, cuts down to 175, I think. Tank, 135.
Okay.
Probably walks around 160, 165 maybe, So people, that's been the biggest knock that the fight has gotten so far, like the weight discrepancy.
Okay.
Right? Jake is going to have to cut. Tank is going to have to go up.
Okay.
So that's going to even things out a little bit. But still, with being used to carrying around that much weight, you're going to have a power advantage.
Okay.
Tank goes into the fight the favorite, I think. He should.
For sure.
Right?
For sure.
So all the money is going to be on Jake.
Yeah.
Right? If you want to really win some money, you're going to have to bet on Jake.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. What's easier or what's harder to do, to cut or to add?
Oh, man. To add.
To add.
In this situation, to add.
Okay.
Because Davis cuts to 135, right? I don't know how much weight he cuts, but on average, the average fighter, they usually cut anywhere from 15 to 25 pounds, right? They get ready for their fight.
That's crazy.
So that's normal. And a lot of guys, I knew guys that cut 40 pounds to make weight. I've cut 30 pounds to make weight.
Jesus.
So in this situation, I think with Tank going up and Jake being so big, much bigger and denser, steroids or not, I don't know. I'm not gonna get into that, but you still got to put Tank as the favorite.
Yeah. Okay. So
then what do the odds look like going into like fight week and then going into the night of the fight? It's almost worth putting a dime on Jake Paul just to see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, you could become a millionaire that night if you make the right bet.
Yeah.
So
who's it's a Jake Paul fight though. He's promoting it. It's his.
Yeah. Co-promoting it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and you got to imagine. So when Conor fought Floyd, Conor made $94 million, right? And this was, what was that? 2015, 2016, something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
It was a while ago. Yeah. I got to imagine that Tank is not going to do it for any less than $100 million.
Okay.
Probably closer to like $120, $130 million.
Yeah.
You got to make it worth it for Jake Paul. It has to be worth it.
Yeah.
Right. Because you already know you're going to a fight against a guy you are not going to beat.
Yeah.
Right.
Where is the fight being held? Is it?
I got to imagine Vegas.
Vegas. Okay. Yeah, it's curious.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I don't know about the whole Jake Paul thing. Still, I'm still like bummed. I feel like, okay, I'm gonna go back to Tyson. I know Tyson's old and all that, but I still think Tyson had a couple shots and like he could have just like thrown it at him and like hurt him. He could have hurt him, but like so I still. And not, I don't know anything about the fight game just by talking with you. Like it just seems like sometimes it goes in and it's a pre-planned result.
Sure. Right? Yeah, and we've had that. Sure.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that Tyson Paul fight was that, but all signs lead to the only difference between this fight is that Tank is still a legitimate contender.
Yeah.
I think Tank's still undefeated, I believe. Yeah, he's undefeated. And he can still sell pay-per-views. Like you put him up against any other boxer, he's still the A side. Okay. He's not like past his prime, some has been that's coming back just for a paycheck. This may be his last fight though. Win, lose, or draw, this may be his last fight. Or he does a Floyd, takes his fight, wins, retires, and then comes back, let the belts kind of disperse and go wherever they're going to go, and then come back and like swoop them and catch them all up and then just grab all the belts up again. So
okay, so I just did a quick Google search. Any rules? The fight between Jake Paul and Gervonta is an exhibition with 10 3-minute rounds, catch weight, no official boxing sanctioned or impact on professional records. So does that change how the fight is approached?
No.
They're calling.
I mean, it's an exhibition because first of all, with such a weight discrepancy, Vegas won't let it happen anyway. The weight discrepancy is too big, and because usually if it's in Vegas, the Nevada State Athletic Commission does not fuck around. Like you could call it an exhibition, so you take that out of the equation. Okay, right. But usually, like the Conor McGregor thing, the Conor and Floyd thing, that should have never happened. When you think about from a athletic commission standpoint, you had a Floyd Mayweather who had 49 fights, and you had Conor McGregor that had no boxing matches. Yeah. No way in hell the commission lets that happen. Yeah, it just doesn't. Yeah. So you got to call it exhibition. I don't think it changes anything. Okay. I hope it doesn't. I just hope that it's not one of those things where there's this secret backdoor handshake bullshit that's saying like, you don't knock me out, I won't knock you out. Right. I just go. If you're gonna do it, go for it. Don't be a bitch. Go for it.
So could it be that because it's not sanctioned then? Like, to me, then kind of hearing all this, I'm like, all right, well, then maybe because there's no changing in whatever standards or like there's no a win or loss. So might as well just fight then.
Yeah, yeah. Just let it go.
Let
just
it go.
Do it. I mean, and if that's the case, Jake Paul doesn't last 4 rounds.
Okay.
He doesn't Tank is just too fast.
Yeah.
He hits way harder than people give him credit for.
Yeah.
And from just an experience standpoint, Tank is just too much of a fighter.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right. Well,
how much does Jake make?
Yeah.
Because essentially he is the A side of this fight.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine that Davis fights for any less than $100 million.
Let me see. Do another search. See.
And I don't know if that information that even be disclosed yet.
It says in a potential Jake Paul versus Tank, Jake Paul is reportedly expected to earn a larger purse estimated at $60 million of a $100 million purse, while Tank receives $40 million.
What?
So it's $100 million purse.
It's only $100 million purse.
Mm-hmm. That's what the Google says.
Wow. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Dude.
The figure is based on rumors of an official fight purse. That purse has not been. Oh, okay. There it is. The figure is based on rumors, as the official fight purse has not been revealed, and the fight is also scheduled to be pay-per-view event. So both fighters will also make money from sponsorships, endorsement deals.
For sure. Yeah. There's no way. $40 million.
It's pay-per-view though. So.
Was it pay-per-view or is it, because I saw the Netflix logo, the banner on the advertisement. So I think it's going to be on Netflix. But if you don't have Netflix, you can order it on pay-per-view.
Right. So yeah, it says fight context. The fight is expected to be a blockbuster event with a significant portion of revenue coming from pay-per-view sales.
Yeah. So
there it is.
Yeah. We'll see.
So if Netflix is maybe pushing it, I don't know if there's a lead up to it with a Netflix special, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But there it is. See. That's what the Google says.
Man. All right. Well, what do y'all think?
Yeah.
What do you think? I don't think anyone goes into the chat or, in the comment section and says, I think Jake Paul wins.
Yeah.
No, I don't see it.
If you do, you're a punk.
Idiot.
I saw a recent video of Conor McGregor doing a training camp, I think in Thailand or something, doing some crazy leg kicks, like dropping down, doing a spinning leg kick to a guy's head. So I don't know if he's coming back to fight or is it just him doing training, making money?
Conor, stop. Stop it. We know you're not gonna fight. Stop. He's just trying to stay relevant on the Twitter or the X or whatever it is. Conor McGregor is not fighting anyone anymore.
No.
And I don't blame him. Why would you, dude? You're not that guy anymore. Mm-hmm. You're not hungry. The thing that made you and that's okay. You can enjoy your money, dude. Enjoy. You be happy. You don't have to be that guy anymore.
Yeah.
You don't need the fanfare. You don't need the buzz anymore. You just ride off to the sunset. You got a beautiful family. You got plenty of cash. Mm-hmm. He's sold Proper 12. He's part owner of the bare knuckle thing. Yep. So dude, just enjoy.
Is he running for president of Ireland or something? He's doing a political run.
Well, I don't think he has a criminal record, doesn't he?
Well,
yeah, hell yeah, did he did the shit in New York?
Oh yeah.
So he has that.
I could have swore there was something saying that he was running for politics. Whatever.
But hey, I guess you can still be a criminal and be a politician. You might not be able to be president, but
right. Yeah.
Well, I think you can still be president.
Yeah. Well, our current president has a mugshot, so that he used to help promote his campaign.
Oh man, but
wild.
Yeah, kind of just chill, man.
Yeah,
just chill. What for you, do you feel like the importance of staying relevant is worth the added money? Because if he comes back and fight, he's going to make a good chunk of change. Let's be real about it, right? But do you think for the potential danger at his age, at his he's not been in the ring, so rusty, so his activity level is very low in comparison to somebody who's been, still active. Is it worth it?
Heck no.
No.
I will never get back in there. Who's the fighter? I just forgot his name. That his I think he does announcing now. It's a British guy. Oh my God.
Michael Bisping.
Bisping. Like his eyes messed up. I was like, he's so messed up.
He's fucked up.
Yeah.
I think he has to have like oil injected in his eye to keep it from like floating.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think he had a surgery for it a couple of years ago. But yeah, he was real messed up, dude. And if you do that, if you decide to play this game and you play it for long enough, you're not going to be the same. Like even me, like I have stuff where, I will like forget names.
Yeah.
And like you can introduce yourself to me and tell me your name and I'll forget it immediately. You got to tell me like 3 or 4 times sometimes.
Yeah. What's up, dude, bro? Yeah, man.
What's your name?
Yeah.
So yeah, and there's little stuff, little aching, like 2 back surgeries, a knee surgery, broken arm. You're not going to come out unscathed.
Yeah.
So, you got to, it's a savage life, man. You got to be ready for it.
I tell you, when we get older, I question a lot of things now. Like, for instance, the motorcycle. I'm so glad I got rid of that.
Yeah.
Some dude just right out in front of the studio, horrible accident, died. He just was on his bike and he pulled out in a BMW. I think it was the guy on the bike was doing excessive speed and he got killed. And I just saw another crash like on 664. Is that a road out in Portsmouth? Another dude hit a guardrail. I'm like, man, it just ain't worth it. The thrill just ain't worth it anymore. And like when we're younger, we're like, man, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's like, like the, I'm invincible.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Oh yeah. You just piston rocket fuel when you're that age. You can do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. You bulletproof, but yeah, I don't think it's worth it. I just saw a motorcycle accident too. It was just 2 days ago. Oh, luckily, the rider looked like he had his helmet. He was standing and walking around, and, so it looked like he was okay. But
yeah, thank God.
His bike was
messed up. Yeah, dude, this is crazy.
Yeah, man. I used to be an avid rider, I told you, but now, like thinking about getting back into it, like nah. Because Jamie, my wife, she just got her license. Oh, so she wants a motorcycle. Her brother rides. Okay. Her sister-in-law rides. Her sister rides as well. Yeah. And so an
acquaintance of mine was riding one of those single wheel things. Like that's just a big wide wheel that's on a board.
Oh yeah, the hoverboard.
Yeah. And no helmet, and I guess the wheel locked up, tossed him. He is messed up. He has neurological problems now, and his poor wife, she's just he's starting to come back, but like you're never the same.
Yeah, man. Did you hear about the accident now in the ocean front? The 2 girls. This was a couple of years ago. They were on the Lime scooter, the little Limes thing, and those aren't meant for 2 people. There were 2 people on it.
Dang,
flipped it. Neurological damage. Still to this day, she's. Dude. Yeah, the young girl in her 20s, just having a good time.
Crazy,
going to the bars.
Yeah, just never know.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, man. Yeah. It's already enough shit out here that's gonna fuck you up or kill you. You don't need to help it along.
Nope,
nope. Final destination shit.
No matter how much, seriously. Yeah. No matter how much we think we can be Superman or Supergirl, it ain't a thing.
It's not a thing.
But Superman. A little segue there.
Yeah, I knew where you were going too. That was awesome.
We'll talk numbers. Yeah. So I've been listening to a few other YouTubers and podcasters talking about numbers, and comments and feedback people give them is like, why do people keep talking about numbers and grossing numbers, and that doesn't constitute whether it's a good movie or not. And it was really fascinating, and you probably think the same way, is like numbers matter, because like if you don't do good numbers, you can't put out these projects and do these things. So of course we talk about those numbers because it is relevant. So thoughts on that?
So we have to get out of the mindset that especially when we talk about comic book IP and like this, the geekdom and the Star Wars and this, that if you don't put out $1 billion movie, then your movie wasn't successful. We have to get out of that. Like the pre-COVID everyone's going to the movies because there's no hesitation with being around other people. Movies weren't like, you take your family to the movies now, you're gonna spend $150.
Oh yeah,
family easily, right? Yep. Like it's not the same. People don't have the income to just go out. Some people got to pick and choose how they're going to entertain themselves sometimes. They can't do it all. And all those factors come into play when it's time to rate, movies that came out 2018, 2019, to movies that are coming out now. Like, for example, Henry Cavill, Man of Steel, evidently did something like $826 million. Oh,
wow.
While we're at about $600 million for the newest Superman movie. Mm-hmm. Relative, and this was 2017, 2018, something like that. Which, just with inflation, the number should be at least a little bit closer.
Yeah.
But people aren't going to the movies anymore. So one of two things has to happen. These studios have to find a way to bring down the price tag of these movies, maybe use more practical effects, not so much CG, maybe bring down the marketing budget a little bit, something.
Yep.
Or you have to be okay with just making $300 million on your movie. I mean, it ain't bad,
Yeah.
You spend $180 million to make a film, and then you do 580, 590, $600 million. Feel like that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But people just became so accustomed to these billion-dollar paydays.
Yeah.
Like, even Endgame went back into the theaters after it was to DVD or streaming or whatever, just so it can be Avatar for the highest grossing movie.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Seriously?
I just think that the movie studios need to understand that a higher budget film doesn't mean that's going to be automatically a good film. And like, that's what it seems like. That's the business model now. Let's dump a bunch of money into this. And of course it's going to gross a lot of money because just that's the mindset. And I wonder if these big budgets, they're also at the same time lining their own pockets on these executives.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. I mean, like, we talk about the executives and the shareholders, of course. That's always underlining.
Yeah.
Sure. And also, it should be, and when we talk about comic book IP, it should be impossible to make a bad movie at this point.
Yeah.
The work is done for you.
Yeah.
All you got to do is take what's in the comic books and put it on film.
Yes.
The work is done. Cast it okay. Don't fuck up the story, and you'll do well.
Yep.
You already know the fan base is there. You don't have to create the fan base.
Yep.
They're there for you. A little bit different when we talk about movies that have done well, that aren't of the comic book, type of film, like Barbie, like Oppenheimer, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Those had to be legitimately great movies because they had to create the fan base.
Yep.
You don't have to do that with these movies.
Nope.
And you could say that with Barbie, but Barbie, while it is a large brand, there's no cinematic precedence for, there was no Barbie movies, there's no Barbie TV shows, there's none of that.
Yep.
Right? No Barbie comic books.
Yep.
So, I can see how that would have been a little bit more difficult, and then that did $1 billion.
Yeah.
So if you're making one of these comic book movies and you're not doing at least halfway decent,
Yep.
Now you got to start asking yourself some questions.
Yeah.
I think DCU is going to be the next. Like, James Gunn that dude's like Yoda.
Yep. Yeah.
He figured it out, man.
Well, it's also interesting when I think a couple podcasts ago, we were talking about the difference between Marvel and Warner Brothers or Disney and Warner Brothers. And Warner Brothers is like stepping up to the plate. Like, they're putting out stuff that's going to probably take over Disney. And,
yeah. And
Disney needs to look at it. So Disney, Bob Iger, just to segue into AI for a little bit. Bob Iger went to DC, met with the Trump team about their AI team about the threat or how Disney is approaching AI and how it's going to affect the film industry and entertainment industry moving forward. And it was really funny. I don't know if Bob Iger is the best person to be interviewed or ask questions because he's kind of clunky and clumsy in his responses sometimes. And he's like, it's inevitable that AI is going to be a major player in how we make films. And he's like, and Disney is at the forefront of we're going to embrace it and take it. But it was really funny because it's like when they asked him the question, he was like trying to figure out, how do I need to answer this question? So I don't really think that Disney is ready for it. I think they still have this old business model. So it's just funny. Like now we've been talking about AI as being kind of taking over. And sometimes it's like the fans or the people like who are more invested in the entertainment have a better handle than some of the studio executives, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Whether that's true or not, I don't know. Maybe I'm just...
Well, I mean, the people kind of who know, right? And now these executives are trying to... It all comes back to putting the aces in their places, having a team of people who can take this technology and integrate it into whatever entertainment field you want to, and doing it in a effective way.
Yeah.
You know, so, and I mean, AI is the future. Like even at work, like all of our marketing stuff is all AI driven now.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yep.
Yeah. We don't even our marketing team is just, while they're great, they have such a valuable cheat code when it comes to AI you can, you know, so. Yeah.
One of the business models I was like kind of thinking about, like, so I'm born and raised in Rochester, New York, and if anybody in Rochester is listening, Kate and Joe, thanks for listening. But one of the businesses that was huge in Rochester was Kodak. It employed pretty much the entire city. Kodak, Xerox, and Bausch and Lomb. And the taglines, it was a Kodak moment. Like, talk about marketing. A Kodak, it's a Kodak moment. Yeah. Everybody remembers that if you're still of our age. Or if you got to make a copy of something, you would say what? You Xerox it.
Yeah.
And then Bausch and Lomb was always known for eye care. But so those three companies no longer are in Rochester. And Kodak, unfortunately, same with Xerox, they didn't embrace the new technology, which was digital photography. They still doubled down on film. And like, so instant film, like remember those little toss away cameras? Sure. So Kodak came out with all that stuff. And now they're trying to go back into digital and like affordable digital photography, where you could take a negative and put it into this device and it'll print out the negatives, but it's still like trying to take this antiquated technology or antiquated stuff, like using negatives, which I'm sure there's still a market for film, but it's not $1 billion business anymore. It's such a niche thing. So it's like, and I say all this to say Disney, they might be a little late, maybe not, into embracing AI. I don't know. Where other film industry companies, maybe production companies are using it more. So like Warner Brothers, maybe. I don't know. I don't know anything, but it was just like, I was like, Kodak didn't jump on it fast enough, and now look where it is.
Yeah. I thought, because Kodak, they went bankrupt, right? They're like out of business.
Yeah, out of business. Their name is still around. If you go to Rochester, you go to High Falls District, you still see the Kodak building. It's pretty cool. It's like downtown Rochester looks a bit like Norfolk, where we don't have that much water, but there's like the Genesee River flows through, and there's like a High Falls district where there's these old buildings, and it still says Kodak, so it's still awesome. And George Eastman did a lot of great things for Rochester. He bought a bunch of land in the town I grew up is Rondequoit, a bunch of land, so it's called Durant Eastman Park. It's a beautiful park. You can't touch it at all forever. It's forever going to be a park, and it's a massive piece of land. And like the Kodak building is pretty epic. And so, and like most downtowns, they're being revitalized and being kind of transformed into more useful stuff now. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah. But, yeah. Have they repurposed the Kodak building at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it now?
That I don't know, but I know there's still offices in there. Like we still use an accountant that lives in Rochester, and I think he's in that area. There used to be a really cool, and it wasn't actually in the Kodak building, but there's another high-rise building that has a rotating restaurant on the top. So you get to see, different scenes from Rochester. So not that it's the most scenic city, but it's still cool.
Yeah. I imagine. Kind of go back to AI a little bit. The newest season of Peacemaker, started last night.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
First episode came out last night, and they retcon. I don't know if did you watch the first season of Peacemaker?
I did not.
So at the end of the first season, they had at the end of the show, they had a scene where it was like the Flash, Aquaman, Superman, and they're all at the end, and John Cena, Peacemaker, is like, why didn't you help, fucking asshole, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, James Gunn retconned it and added took them out and added the new Justice Society, the Green Lantern, Hawk Girl, things like that. So it was very cool. And Superman still, and there is another shadowy figure, which people are assuming is Supergirl as well. So just little stuff like that. You really didn't have to touch it, but you did. And like little details like that James Gunn really just has his hand on the pulse of. I think that's going back to what I was saying earlier about how DCU is going to take over as, the prominent, cinematic comic book universe, whatever. So,
yeah. I got to say, Superman is still, when I went to go visit my parents, my brother was like, hey man, you want to go see Superman? I was like, I actually saw it. He's like, oh, we don't have to go see it. Let's go see Fantastic Four. I was like, no, dude, we can go see Superman, man. I just still am so impressed with his iteration of Superman. I just think it's freaking great. Yeah, and there's nothing I'm mad about at all in that movie.
He killed it.
Yeah.
He killed. And that's a telltale sign because, when Fantastic Four first came out, people were, of course, comparing the two movies. Mm-hmm. And that is a telltale sign of which movie was better. The fact that you were willing to go see Superman again and not the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
And I'm not shitting on it. Fantastic Four was a good movie, but Superman was a great movie. It's a great movie. So I want to see what comes. So what do we have next out of? Oh, speaking of which, evidently there's some beef on the set of Secret Wars.
Oh.
So evidently Robert Downey Jr. got into it with another. This actor's name hasn't been released, but evidently there was some beef between him and another prominent actor. Like so much so that they wanted to make both of them happy. They couldn't risk either one of them being unhappy. And a lot of people are speculating that it was like, who could it have been that would kind of elicit the same response that a Robert Downey Jr. would get? And a lot of people are speculating that it was Pedro Pascal.
Oh, God. He's got to go.
So I don't know. It might not have been him.
Why?
It might have been. I mean, who else could it be on that cast? Who is as big as Robert Downey Jr.? I mean, I guess it could have been Chris Evans, right?
Yeah, I doubt it was though.
Yeah, they got along. I don't feel like those original 5 characters would give each other shit at this stage of the game because you already know what to expect, right? So you got to think that it's a newbie. So it could have been Ryan Reynolds. Deadpool's in the movie.
Oh, could be.
Yeah. Ryan Reynolds has been known to kind of, throw some weight around, and it's obvious at this point that that family doesn't mind lying on people.
Yep.
I'm not gonna put that on Ryan Reynolds. That's kind of fucked up. I didn't mean it. I kind of meant it, but
yeah. So I'm just trying to read. So I'm just Googling to see if there's any thing on that, but it's not popping up on Google at least.
This is like this is dark web stuff. This is stuff that people don't know about.
It's solely stuff. You got it.
I got a guy.
I don't doubt it's Pedro Pascal though. Like nothing against his talent, but man, like I think he's kind of a late addition to the whole superhero thing, and like a reach for the movie producers to how to get butts in the seats and casting him. And I think he's overused, and
for sure
not as talented as RDJ.
Ooh. Well, not as talented as RDJ. No, but it goes back to what actor versus the character that they play. Can you not afford to have cut from the movie? Mm-hmm. And Reed Richards is definitely one of them. Deadpool, I mean, I don't know with the whole breaking of the fourth wall with the Deadpool character, I feel like you can maybe do without that. It just depends on how the movie is written, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like you need Pedro. And you have Pedro, you need Vanessa, right? You need Vanessa Kirby. You need her there, right? You need, I guess you do need Deadpool. You need Ryan Reynolds. You got to make him happy.
Yeah.
And then other than that, I feel like everyone else is kind of, to some point, more expendable.
Yeah.
So I couldn't imagine who else would it be. You could say it was
Jeremy Renner. It's definitely Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, well, he already's pissed off.
Yeah.
But I think they gave him his quote. I think they're paying him more.
Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe.
Is he cast in it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I gotta look at the casting again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still, if the rumors are true, I'd still say it's Pedro.
Yeah. Everybody's in it.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say it's Pedro. Might be Halle Berry.
Do you think she
Halle Berry seems like she'll piss her off. She'll make your life.
I guess she and Jennifer Lopez are getting a lot of heat from Megyn Kelly, saying like
from Megyn Kelly.
Megyn Kelly, yeah.
For what?
Exposing themselves.
Oh God.
Being like in their 50s or whatever, and being still try to be like sex symbols, and like, I don't know.
Is there a cap on being a sex symbol?
I don't know.
I mean, first of all, Halle Berry or Jennifer Lopez don't look like they're in their 50s, right?
No.
So how old is Megyn Kelly? That's what we should be asking ourselves.
Yeah, she's still the same.
But Megyn Kelly's pretty, maybe not attractive.
She's attractive.
She's attractive, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and she's pretty like lean. She works out.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So, and I feel like she would want to feel like she's attractive to people, to men, right? So what's the problem?
I think it's just like, putting your, putting a bikini on or whatever, and just being all like, trying to be like a 25-year-old. I guess that's her point, is like, you're trying to be this. She's like, you guys are no longer poster worthy of, when boys used to have posters of girls in their rooms. Did you ever have any of those?
Who did I have? I had Janet Jackson. Yeah, remember the old, I probably don't remember this, but the Ebony magazine, they used to have a foldable 4 pages, and then you rip it out, you unfold it, and it's like a poster. It's like maybe 3-foot poster or whatever.
Sports Illustrated models, you ever like follow the Sports Illustrated models?
Not so much.
No, okay.
No.
I had Kathy Ireland.
Oh yeah.
Shoot,
Yeah. My mom, dude, if we came, we had to kind of hide it. Couldn't have posters of women up on the wall like that. And like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
But yeah, Janet Jackson. Me and my brother used to go back and forth about who was sexier, Janet or Paula Abdul.
Ooh.
Yeah, those were like the big two back when we were young. It was Janet, like, was the better more talented across the board, in my opinion, and she was more attractive. He thought Paula Abdul was better.
Dude, Paula Abdul is so much better than Janet Jackson. I mean, talent-wise, I'm gonna say,
what? Look at his face. You about to fight? No. Ain't talking about fighting.
Paula Abdul was Janet Jackson's choreographer.
Okay,
she was one of her main dancers. Paula Abdul in the dance world is one of the most epic, next to oh my God, I just forgot her name from Fame.
Debbie Allen.
Debbie Allen.
Yeah.
I mean, those two are like up there. So when it comes to talent, I'm sorry, I'll fight you. I know I'll lose a fight, but I'll fight you on it.
So, but you're saying Paula from just a dancer standpoint, like an all-around entertainer, though.
All-around entertainer, I think Paula Abdul is better. So I think she's got a better voice.
Man,
she's got a wider range.
Oh shit! Oh man!
Oh man! I ain't taking it back.
Dude. You think that Paula Abdul is more talented than Janet Jackson?
Yeah.
Oh God!
I think she's got better range. I think she can do more. She's got, I think she even wrote her own songs.
I mean, how many acting jobs has Paula Abdul had?
Probably more than Janet.
What?
I think so.
No way.
I don't know.
That was She was.
What did Janet Jackson act in?
Well, first of all, she was in Good Times when she was like 12 years old.
Okay, yeah,
right.
Yeah, all right.
Then she was in not Facts of Life. Different Strokes.
Different Strokes. Yeah. Okay.
Then of course she was in Poetic Justice as she got older.
Okay.
I mean, Janet Jackson has like tons of movies.
Oh man.
Tons of movies.
All right.
And you might say that Paula, in their prime right now, I would say Paula Abdul is probably the better dancer now because she's been more active in dance than Janet. But in their prime, Janet wipes the floor with Paula Abdul. Wipes the floor. In the comments, let me know. I can almost guarantee you that 75% of the people will say
Paula Abdul.
No way.
Right.
Oh man.
Okay. All right. Paula Abdul's acting. Okay. The roles, TV series like Mad for Love.
What? Nobody saw that shit.
The Muppets Mayhem.
Yeah. Okay.
Fresh Off the Boat.
I rest my case.
Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Voice part. She had a voice role.
Oh god. All right.
Oh, he's not gonna say Janet. Janet is like, he will be talking for an hour talking about Janet. So, no, it's just, and I'm not shitting on Paula Abdul, but it's just Janet was way more versatile and way more like a bigger, way bigger star than Paula Abdul, like 10 times bigger.
Yeah.
And you can say, it was a little bit of nepotism, maybe being part of that type of family. But
yeah. All right.
I'm telling you, dude, there's nobody. If we do a poll,
okay,
I will be surprised if 5 people say Paula Abdul is better.
Oh my
Janet
god!
Jackson.
All right, so
you don't even get 5 people.
I put this screen up so we can make a short out of this.
Okay.
All right, so here we go.
All right,
we're looking for a vote between Team Paula Abdul and
Team Janet Jackson. I mean, come on. Just Rhythm Nation, just one album, Rhythm Nation.
Mm-hmm. Who choreographed
Mic drop.
Who choreographed it? Who choreographed it?
Okay, yeah, I mean, anybody can do one thing.
Oh my god.
You know what I'm saying? And even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Oh my god.
Okay, she can dance. All right, cool. But Janet can do everything.
You're a cold-hearted snake, man. You're a cold-hearted snake.
I'm gonna tell you how bad Janet Jackson is. Janet Jackson got married to some like Arabian prince at 50. At 50, over 50, I think. Had a baby. Mm-hmm. Her prenup was you get what, 30 million? Was it 30 million? $30 million if you are married to me for 5 years. And this wasn't some old, like raggedy old man. This was like a 30-something-year-old prominent prince. Then you get another $30 million if you give me a male heir.
Oh.
Male heir, 5 years, cashed out. That's Janet. She ain't got to do shit. Janet just got to be Janet. And she get paid.
All right. You're gonna hate me for this one. She's Michael Jackson's sister.
Oh my god!
I mean, that's got a lot. Come on. Man. She's a Jackson.
She is a Jackson.
She is a Jackson. There is Paula Abdul is Paula Abdul. No brothers, no sisters. It's Paula Abdul. She's a solo queen.
I mean, you talk about going back to J-Lo. I mean, she was known for dancing. She was a Laker girl, right? That's how she started.
Yeah.
Basically a cheerleader. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just saying. But anyway. A glorified cheerleader.
All right.
I'm not shitting on Paula Abdul. I'm just saying she can't hold a candle to Janet, though. Come on. We got to get Wendy in on it. Wendy probably say the same thing. You think Wendy will say the same thing?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. That's a really good question.
We got to do a poll and then we'll review it on the next podcast.
All right.
Let's
do it.
That's poll number 1.
Okay.
Poll number 2. So we haven't talked about cars in a while.
All right.
So I'm in the market.
Okay.
And I narrowed it down to two cars. Either a 2019 Acura NSX.
Ooh.
I mean, it's a killer.
Yeah.
Hybrid V6
Okay.
Supercharged.
Whoa.
Rear-wheel drive. 0 to 60, 2.9 seconds. Option number 2, 2022 Corvette Z06 3LZ package.
Oh, no.
All motor.
Dude.
All motor. Rear-wheel drive. 0 to 60 in right under 3 seconds. Which one you picking?
Dude. That is so hard. That is so hard. So, man, I'd have to go with, dude, that's so hard.
It's hard, right? So when we're talking about, okay, so performance-wise, they're pretty comparable. You're going to, from a performance standpoint, you have a little edge with the Corvette.
Mm-hmm.
From like amenities, like the bells and whistles, you get a little bit more with the Corvette, especially if you get the 3LZ package, updated interior, updated technology. From a resale standpoint,
yeah,
the NSX,
100%,
100%.
Yeah.
From a coolness factor,
yeah,
that's where I'm kind of on the fence, because while the market is way more saturated with the Corvette,
yep,
it's hard to, it's going to be harder to get that NSX, especially if you get one that's not dog to shit.
Yep.
The Corvette is quintessential American muscle, right?
Yeah.
So let me know what you guys think. I would love to know, because all the polls because I've been shopping these two for a while, and I actually have put a Facebook post on the NSX website or on their group page on Facebook, and it's like very, very split down the middle. Very split down the middle. So let me know what you guys think.
NSX has a community, man. Like so does Corvette, but NSX owners, like, they collect them.
Yeah.
So I know
they have a first gen and a second gen.
Yeah.
I think the Corvette still has, it's not as much as it used to be, and I think it's still dwindling a little bit, but it still has like this aura of like, this is like the old man midlife crisis car. Right, I think since the C8s came out, it's not so much that. It's more because when you think about an exotic car, that's as close as you're gonna get for under $130,000.
Yeah,
as close as you're gonna get.
Our studio is located behind us is a collision shop, and this dude obviously does more than collision. He restores old cars. Out of his garage yesterday, a Corvette, I think a 60 something Corvette came rolling out. Oh, dude. It is beautiful. Yeah. And like, it's interesting when it comes to Corvettes and like the new style versus the old style versus like all the, I don't know, it's
Corvettes. I mean, it's
a staple.
It's a staple. It never goes outside. You can you can say the whole old man thing all you want, but dude, the car is a performer. And we had those 70s where nothing had a lot of muscle. I mean, Stingray had like 173 horsepower, bullshit like that.
Yeah.
But when we talk about modern day muscle, mid-engine, rear-wheel drive, all motor.
Yeah.
I mean, that's hard to beat, dude.
Hard to beat, yeah.
So let me know what you think.
Yeah.
The hybrid motor, I'm not sold on it. If the NSX was all motor, just happened to be all motor, I know that would never happen with that car, but I would kind of go to the side of the NSX.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that hybrid V6 is strong enough.
Sounds like you made your decision.
Yeah. And I mean, from a price, they're exactly the same price. Those two cars. Now, when you talk about the Acura NSX S-Type, now you're spending $200,000. So,
So, how many Porsches do you see in Virginia Beach?
A ton of them.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, ton of them.
I never see any going up and down the boulevard, but yet, and maybe I'm not at the right time, but like they got a new building they put up at the Porsche dealership, a new showroom. It's beautiful.
Ton of them, dude.
But I was like, I barely see any.
Yeah, the what's the SUV? The Cayman.
The Cayenne.
The Cayenne. They came, whatever it is.
Or the Cayman. Well, there's a Cayman and then the Cayenne. There's a small one and the big one.
Oh, okay. Oh, really? Okay. Didn't know that.
There's a mid-size and a full-size.
Well, those things are all over the place.
Yeah.
And then the Panamera. They sell a lot of those around here. Okay. It's like it's sporty, but it's 4-door, a little bit more room. And then all the 911, the turbo, like those, they're all over the place. Yeah, you can find them all over the place.
Wow, I barely see them. I'll tell you what though, 911s when I was a kid, that was my favorite car with that big wing.
Yeah, dude, I
love that thing.
There's one on Marketplace I looked at yesterday.
Oh,
yeah, white 911 turbo.
Oh, that was weird.
It was place haunted. 911 turbo, and you can get one for reasonable price. You can $90,000. You can get.
Oh wow.
Yeah, one that's a few years old.
A couple of years ago, when we first moved here, I was like, I was gonna look at the Spider. I don't know if it's a Spider, the Porsche Spider, the little one.
Oh yeah.
And a buddy of mine who owns one of the studios up in DC area, he's like, don't get it. It's a piece of shit.
Really? Yeah. No,
he's like,
I think the only Porsche that I would buy is the 911 turbo.
Yeah.
Yeah. The rest of them, the resale value isn't that great. I was looking at the Taycan, the electric.
Oh yeah.
One. Those things. They look cool.
They look super cool. Yeah.
But I don't know if there's enough of a review on it yet. Like we haven't seen what the technology is going to do over the long term to justify buying that car yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That and the Maserati dealership. I'm surprised. Like I don't see a lot of Maserati. I mean, I see a handful of Maseratis. Yeah. I've seen more Maseratis than I've seen Porsches, but
I don't see a lot of Maseratis around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a very was it Maserati that's down the street or what's the or is it
So you got Lexus down here.
Yeah, Lexus is there, but if you go towards the ocean front on the right side, I think it's Maserati. Maserati right next to the Volkswagen dealership. But
I don't know.
Anyway,
I wouldn't buy a Maserati.
No,
me personally.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah. Cool, man. Well, it's about that time. We got 2 polls for you.
Yes, let me know. Yeah, fucking Janet Jackson.
Paula Abdul.
Hey, let me remind you to subscribe, hit that bell, get the notifications from us. We got the lives, and then those will be on our channel. So check it out. I don't know if this one was live.
No.
Okay.
No, I had to delete the live one because the audio was all jacked up.
Oh, was it jacked?
Yeah.
Oh, well, never mind. Forget that.
Once I get it worked out, we'll get back to it.
Let's get it on our YouTube channel. You can catch us also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Yes, sir.
Please.
All right. See you.
See y'all later.